I'm going to play an exercise for you, and I just want you to listen to it and think about what images pop into your mind. You might have imagined somebody climbing upstairs, or somebody being chased, or something about to happen. This is called a chromatic scale. I'm going to play a little part of it for you again, and this time I want you to notice how far apart the notes are. You may have noticed that as I move from note to note, I went to the very next key available, white or black. And that was true when I went up or down. Whenever you go from one key to the very next key, up or down, those are called half steps. I'm going to play another small portion of the chromatic scale for you again, this time with my left hand. And I want you to notice when I use my 3 finger, when I use my 1 finger, and on what occasions I use my 2 finger. Hopefully that gave you enough time to notice when I used my 1, 2, and 3. But you might have noticed every time I had a black key, I used my 3 finger. And that didn't matter if I was going down or going back up again. You might have also noticed that each time I had a white key, I was usually using my 1. Whether I was going down or up. Now the truly observant may have noticed whenever I used my 2, it was kind of rare. It was only when I had 2 white keys in a row, when it didn't go black, white, black, white, black, white like it usually does, but on the rare occasion I had 2 white keys, I would use my 2 finger. That's true in the right hand as well. If I have a black key, I'm using my 3. On most of my white keys, I'm usually using my 1, but on the rare occasions that I have 2 white keys in a row, I'm using my 2 finger. This is how you play the chromatic scale in the left hand. We're going to start our 1 on middle C, and we're going to keep going down half steps until we pass the first C, until we get down to the second C. Then at that time we're going to come back up. Whenever we go down from one note to the next note of the same name, or go back up to the next note of the same name, that's called an octave. So since we're going from this C to a first C to a second C and then turning around, we're playing a 2-octave chromatic scale. Get your left hand, 1, ready to place on middle C. Place your 2 and 3 on the half steps, so the very next keys, black or white, that you can find, and then just rest your 4 and 5s because we're not going to use those. Say your finger numbers as we play the chromatic scale. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1. You may have noticed as we went down, whenever we had 2 white keys in a row, we went 1, 2. But whenever we went up, we went 2, 1. Oops, skip that one. That's because whenever we're coming down, we're using our 1 and 2 on C and B and F and E in that order. So to keep the same finger on the same note name, we have to reverse that order when we come up, because when we come up, we're reversing the letter order. E, F, B, C. The same is going to be true when we do this in right hand. So whenever we go up, our 1, 2 is going to happen on those 2 white keys. On the way down, our 2, 1 is going to happen because we have to reverse it for the way down. Let's switch to right hand. Get your right hand, 1. On the E, a skip up from middle C. So there's middle C, you're going to skip D and go to E. Place your 2, 3 on the half steps you're going to need. Rest your 4, 5. We're also going to go up 2 octaves for this one. Say your fingers as we play. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. Come back down. 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 2, 1. This is how you play them, hands together. Place your right hand where it was, the 1 on middle C. Find your half steps with your 2 and 3 fingers. Rest 4 and 5. Place your right hand 1. On the E, a skip above middle C. Place your 2, 3 on the half steps you're going to need. Rest your 4 and 5. As we play through this, you'll notice when we say 1, both hands are playing 1. As we say 2, both hands are playing 2. As we say 3, both hands are saying 3. And when we do our first 1, 3, we're doing it in both hands. And that's because the hands are mirror images of each other. So we're using the same fingers, even though one hand's going up and the other hand's going down. Say your fingers as we play. We'll go 2 octaves for this one too. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 3, 1. Come back. 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1, 3, 1, 3, 1, 3, 2, 1. And if you can do the chromatic scale hands together, you're quiz ready.